I'm glad I checked now than later.
Third time is the charm, as they say. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, God.
Hello and welcome back to a Method to the Madness Breaking Bad edition. I'm your host Patrick, and joining me as always is Mitchie.
Hello for the third time.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yep.
Today we're talking about Breaking Bad Season 2 Episode 6 titled Peekaboo. This is one of the most poignant episodes in my opinion.
Yeah,
The
right.
one where Jesse forms a connection with a kid, to give a reductionist summary. Anyway, can you take us through the actual summary?
Sure. On his first day back teaching after finishing chemotherapy, Walt teaches his class about Dr. Tracy Hall, the inventor of synthetic diamonds who earned only a pittance for his invention while General Electric made an incalculable profit. At home, Skylar gets a call from Gretchen Schwartz, whom she still believes is paying Walt's medical bills. Skylar invites Gretchen over that afternoon, but Gretchen quickly leaves when Walt arrives home. Walt asks Gretchen if Skylar told her anything. She does not answer. Walt then drives up to Santa Fe to apologize to Gretchen for lying, but Gretchen demands to know why Walt did it and how he has been paying for his treatment. Walt, angry at being cut out of Grey Matter Technologies, denies her any right to that information. Gretchen insists that Walt was the one who left by walking out of their past relationship. Walt curses at her. When Walt gets back home, Skylar tells him that Gretchen called to say that the Schwartzes will no longer be paying for Walt's treatment. Realizing his cover is now being blown, Walt claims that the Schwartzes have gone broke, but promises that he and Skylar will be able to find the necessary money. Alright, we've kind of split the plot summary into Walt and Jesse's story, and that summarizes Walt's side of the story, the whole episode.
Yes. So, I don't think throughout the entire series that we ever learn more about Gretchen and Walt's relationship than this.
Yeah.
We do meet them again at the end, but this is pretty much the extent of their backstory. But we do learn later on, however, that Walt sold his share of Grey Matter Industries for about $5,000.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that was a result of whatever fallout Gretchen and Walter had. So yeah, man, like this is pretty mysterious. What do you reckon it was?
It's hard to tell, eh? I mean,
yeah,
Walt is a compulsive liar now because of what he's doing, but there's no reason to say that he's lying about this. Maybe it is true, you know? But then again, I don't really... There's no reason to not believe Gretchen either. And when she says like that weekend, Walt just packed his bags and didn't say anything, went off. It seems like something that Walt could do based on his character so far. You know, he could do something weird, like a kind of brooding kind of attitude. But at the same time, he did say that they cut him out or something like that. Maybe they did. Who knows? It's difficult.
Yeah, and you know, we know Gretchen ended up with Elliot, who was also in their friend group. So
yeah,
you know, maybe something was happening while they were still together. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just relationship friend shit. That's just nasty business.
Yeah, and obviously still very bitter about that.
Yeah,
I like Walt kind of cracks. You know, he tries to maintain this like composure, but he just can't. And it's revealed that as stubborn as he is, as much as he tries to deny it, like he's still really affected by his past. And like he just can't let shit go. And
well, I mean, he is salty, right? That's why he talks about that diamond guy. You know, he's so bitter when he says like he just received a $10 US savings bond, and it's like, that's him in some way, although he might have brought it upon himself.
Yeah. So speaking of the school, the principal Carmen shows up to talk to Walt.
Yeah, what was that about?
And yeah, that's exactly what I have written down. What was that about? Like,
she's sus, eh?
Yeah, she is. Like, was she hitting on Walt?
That's okay. I'm not the only one that thinks that. Then I'm glad I'm not.
Which is weird because later on in the series, Walt tries to like kiss her, but she freaks out.
Yeah. Well, because I don't maybe he kind of saw that as the reason why. You know, like I don't even like not to say what he did was justified, but like, to some degree, he could have been misled by her attitude. It's really weird.
It is weird. Like, what else could it, like, you know, I don't know. Because I thought maybe she's trying to tell him that, like, he can confide in her, like, about, you know, the cancer. But it seems like a lot more than that.
Yeah, it comes off too close.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem very professional.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah. What
100%
else?
agree, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just trying to make interesting characters. Like, maybe Carmen does have a little bit of a thing for Walt, but when he goes to kiss her, she like, oh shit, I can't do this kind of thing. But maybe she always
Yeah.
did, like, it's just these little things that are unanswerable, but we can guess.
Yeah, it's just maybe circumstances change or something.
Yeah. Going back to Gretchen, I'm very
Yeah.
surprised she didn't say anything to Skylar. Like,
Yeah.
kind of good on her for our sake of watching the show so it doesn't all fall apart so quickly in the plot. But like, it seems like a very kind of, like, I don't know, it's kind of an intelligent thing to do, really, to be like, okay, rather than just blurting out and being pissed off and telling Skylar everything, I'm gonna, figure it out first with Walter, because there might be something else going on. And
Yeah.
it kind of shows her character quite well. Like, she's not an idiot.
Yeah, but I mean, even like she still ends that conversation on a lie. Even when after she calls Skylar.
Yeah, true.
So what makes her not an idiot?
Well, the fact that she just didn't say straight away, because Skylar called while she was in the car and she's like, thank you so much. And she wasn't like, what? I'm not paying for your treatment kind of thing. And then that would have blown Walt's cover. It was kind of like the right thing to do to some degree, like, because it's sort of not her business to some degree. Like, it kind of like makes sense for her to talk to Walt first, but I feel like the majority of people would just get pissed off on the phone straight away and in the heat of the moment blurt out and be like, I'm not paying for it. That's so fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. A moment I really like, just a kind of, touching moment with his son, is when they're driving home from school and they're talking about like who put that poster on his car. And then Walt's like, all right, so we put a bag over their head, we kidnap him, take him out into the desert, and then it's
bury
just like
him in a mound of fire ants. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, it's genuine because that's kind of who Walt is now.
Yeah.
But it's genuine and touching in a twisted way.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and
really
it's
like
also
that
a really good way to offset what happened and make his son feel better about his own father. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I like shit like that.
I like the fact that, I thought it was interesting how, very manipulative how Walt used the whole kind of, they were throwing around this business phraseology, but I think they're just like bankrupt and stuff. And it makes so much sense because it's set in 2008 and that's exactly when the GFC was. So, when they're saying like, oh, all the banks are down, you know how it is truly at that point of time. The economy was going through shit and there were lots of companies that are going bankrupt. So it actually increases the justifiability of what he's doing or what he's saying.
That's a very good point, yes. Walter has a very specific tone of voice when he lies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, banks, the economy's in the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next paragraph.
Cool. So now for Jesse's side of the story. Jesse gets the address of the couple who ripped off Skinny Pete and goes to their dilapidated house. Upon breaking inside, he finds and tends to their young, neglected son. When the couple returns home, Jesse holds them up and demands that they return his meth and his money. They give him part of the meth, claiming to have lost the other portion, and show him an ATM they have stolen from a convenience store. The husband, Spooge, works unsuccessfully to open the ATM. While Jesse is busy playing with the son, the wife knocks him unconscious, stealing his gun and drugs. Jesse wakes up to see Spooge trying to open the ATM from the bottom. His wife, angry that he keeps calling her a skank, knocks the ATM over, crushing him. She then takes his drugs and gets high on the couch. Jesse hurriedly takes back the gun, takes what money he can when the ATM pops open, and calls 911. He then brings the boy out of the house, tells him not to go back inside, and runs away. And
have a good rest of your life, kid.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, that was a sad moment. I love the opening of this episode with Jesse and the bug, and then
what was that about?
Doesn't squish it. Well, it's just conveying that idea that he's gentle and he's sort of, cares about life.
Yeah, then Skinny Pete comes along and fucking crushes it.
Yeah, great fucking set dressing in this house.
Holy shit, man.
The most rank fucking place I've ever seen.
Rank is the apt word for it. Holy crap. Like it's just like the worst possible house you could ever walk into. It is disgusting and is a true definition of a crack den. And like we were talking about last step about how like genuine a lot of this shit is, so is that house, man. Holy fuck. And the kid, he's so fucking dirty. He looks like one of those like Victorian like 8-year-olds that were climbing up chimneys to clean and shit because they couldn't get adults to do it. Like exactly that.
And this kid has like a mustache too. It's like weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I Oh, dude, the sound effect when they pull the condoms out of their ass is like a little
Yeah.
squishy fucking. It was disgusting, dude. I had my headphones in and fucking like my whole body just tensed up.
Yeah.
Uh,
That what a couple, eh? Holy shit. Couple for lack of a better word, but like honestly, like yeah, it's fucked up. That there are probably people like that out there. And you hear stories, you know, you read the news and some fucked up place where like the wife kills her husband with like, yeah, in that kind of scenario because she wanted drugs or something. Yeah, it does happen. That's the thing.
yeah. I love Spooge's like. He gives like this little speech about how it's a victimless crime.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're insured with.
Yeah, FIDC insured, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, like how does he know so much about this?
Yeah.
And then we see that it's not a victimless crime. Supposedly he shot whoever that was.
Yeah, probably the cashier or something at that
Yeah.
store. Yeah, it's I like how they do that in this series where they kind of like make the most mundane, stupid, well, seemingly stupid characters, but then they have a little bit of dialogue that kind of makes them seem like they're an expert at one particular thing. Like in the episode before, you know, when they all pop into Jesse's house and they're talking about the TV, and there's a good like 15 seconds of like, oh, but plasma rocks it over fucking LCD, and
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
yeah,
right.
but like it burns in, man, and they just like, yeah, but it's got deeper blacks, and it just keeps going, and you're like, what? Like kind of unnecessary, but also really necessary to characterize these people.
Yeah, but it just gives just like validity to the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the characters. Yeah. So yeah. I like this is kind of the beginning of Jesse's, you know, kind of like kind nature and how he's so good with kids, and we see that again throughout the series.
Yeah.
When he dates that other chick with her kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, this is, I don't know, it's a great character trait for Jesse. You know, with the choice of having him stick around after season 1 because initially the writers were going to kill him off.
Yeah.
And then they made him pretty much like, you know, the secondary main character, and this is just like a great foil to, you know, pretty much Walt in his darkness. Like we see Jesse becoming more of like a, not benevolent, but certainly just a better person throughout the series.
Yeah. Jesse truly is a good person. You can see that. Yeah. The highlight of the episode was definitely Spooge's death.
Yeah.
I was watching it with my brother and his girlfriend, and they're like just freaked out when it happened because they hadn't seen it before. And like, yeah, it's kind of a really weird way to kill someone, but it's kind of really cool as well. They like doing that, and it's like the bathtub falling through the ceiling, just things that have never been seen on TV kind of thing. Who gets crushed with an ATM?
No one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like I don't know, it's weird. This, you know, because we're trapped in this house for the whole episode, it has this weird kind of vibe to it, and I like at the end when the ATM machine kind of pops open finally.
Yeah.
Just seemingly for no reason. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird kind of like conclusion to this episode, but it kind of like, I don't know. I just like it. I like that it opens for no reason.
Yeah.
Just kind of concludes it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, it didn't have to happen, but it kind of did as well. It just almost seems ironic, you know, like after all that, after having that person murdered, someone dies, and then it opens like that after all the effort they put in. It makes it seem pointless, you know. It's like some sort of like, you know, someone's just watching him and laughing and like, yeah, I can open this ATM whenever I want, and then it opens when it shouldn't have.
Pretty much. And, you know, we see even in the next episode that when he gives Walter the money, it's literally covered in blood.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a lot of symbolism there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about all I had.
Me too.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Great
episode, yeah. All right, so thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
What happened? Because this isn't you.
What would you know about me, Gretchen? What would your presumption about me be exactly? That I should go begging for your charity, and you waving your checkbook around like some magic wand is going to make me forget how you and Elliot cut me out. What?
If you like this series, Mitch is going to tell you where you can find more of these.
Yep, so you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher. And we've also got a website, amttm.com, where you can find our fabulous episodes on Breaking Bad.
If you have any questions, queries, insights, or criticism, you can send them to mail@amttm.com.
And as always, thank you for listening.